Welcome everybody to Changing of the Hip Hop Guards. It is me, Uncle E. That's my partner, the journalist Sincere. Thank you everyone who's been tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, leave us a comment, share this with everybody, man. We have a lot of great shows that we have done already, a lot more coming up. Also make sure to check out Sincere on YouTube, man, and his history lessons. He got a ton of good joints that he's just been releasing and also nonstop working.
Appreciate it.
Check me out at NSway 73 TV as well. Have a lot of great interviews coming up in the near future. But tonight, man, we have dope hip hop artists that we've had on before. So we've had the pleasure of having him on again to talk about his new album, Kingdom of Justice. We have none other than Kingdom Come. What's
Peace.
up, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. It's my favorite platform. I love y'all brothers, man. Everything y'all
Appreciate you.
resonates.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
that.
So yeah, man. So like I was saying, since the last time we spoke, man, you have been nonstop releasing music left and right. We're here to talk about a new project, Kingdom of Justice. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about how everything has been going since the last time we spoke. Anything new? Any shows, any concerts, how did you celebrate the 50th hip hop celebration?
Totally, man. Make sure what Uncle E said, tap in his platforms, check out Sincere and brothers always tapped in with the real hip hop. Everything's been good, brother. Last time we spoke, was it for Alchemy or Most? Was it Most High? We kind of broke bread on.
I believe Alchemy. And then there was another one in 2022.
Yeah, no, everything's good, brother. I can't complain. Life's good. Family, before anything, staying busy. Had a dope little show out in Colombia. Gearing up to do some more international shows here at the end of the year. Got a couple things lined up in the Caribbean and South America. So just thankful, man. Staying busy, working, keeping my head down. Like I told you, swimming through shark-infested waters. It's just it's an odd time for everybody. The world's gone fucking mad, and I stay incubated in my little circle. You know what I'm saying? In my dungeon, I produce music. I do the family life, and I stay away from people as much as I can, so that keeps me sane.
All right. I hear you, man. So I'm assuming because of everything you just described is what's keeping your creative juices going. Because, like I said, every time I look, you're posting whether it's a new song or a new collaboration with someone. Man, where you finding the inspiration to stay busy with the pen?
Just everywhere, brother. I mean, I told you, I'm just having fun doing it, man. The day it starts feeling like it's a job or it's just strenuous, I'll take a hiatus. But I told you since the last time we spoke, I had 6-7 projects in the clip. So I think I'm just starting to pull back a little bit because all my OGs are like, man, you drop too much stuff. But it's a double-edged sword, nowadays with just to keep up and relevance, people's attention span is short, people don't enjoy projects like how we used to, it's on to the next. But I'm just having fun, brother. I think after Alchemy, I dropped Most High at the top of this year with Onaje Jordan. That was kind of like our follow-up. Really love that project. Y'all should check that out. Most High is out everywhere. And just dropped Kingdom of Justice with Dawit Justice. It's like our first full-length project. It's been getting good reviews and just cooking, man. Had a little tour in Miami with my boy Che Uno from Toronto, wrapping up some stuff with the stuff we got with the Spanglish stuff. So everything is blessed, man.
So you mentioned about it being a double-edged sword, but how have you found it work for you as far as dropping something a little bit more consistent? Is it working better than how, like the old formula as far as putting out a project and waiting and then putting out
every 2 years?
Right.
I think so, bro. I mean, I equate it as just staying at people's throats, like you're going to get that consistency from me, everything I drop. So, just keeping that quality before anything. And, just being a fan, bro, being a student of the game and just loving music and just loving, this is like I told you, it's what keeps me sane, bro. So music, although it's a business, it's my sanity. It's my love, it's my longest relationship, ever. So.
Gotcha.
Like E said, this year was the 50th anniversary. Before we talk about your new project, sitting back looking, do you think the 50th was represented pretty well this year?
Yeah, I think so, brother. I mean, hip hop's in a beautiful space. It's young, man. 50 years is nothing, you know. So I'm excited for the next 50. In terms of what, like the show, the awards and everything, or just that, you know, just
Just
where
the
we're at.
overall. I mean, you just like us. You see social media, and you know, just whether you agree with certain things, with certain things left out. You think
Of
overall it
course,
was covered.
of course. That's always, you know, we're purists, so you know, we're gonna always be like, you know, but you know, it's a new sound. I equated to me, it's like, you know, we'll never relive the era we grew up in, right? But it's like a boom bap part two. The Renaissance era is kind of like what it is now. Some of the dopest shit being put out. There's great music out there. There's great artists. You know, the lane's open. So in that aspect, you know, it's great. Yeah, it's pros and cons, but yeah, I feel like it was great, man. We got a couple things lined up, hopefully for Art Basel to do down in Miami, with the
So
low light
that's
squad.
coming up soon, isn't it? That's December.
Yeah, that's first week of December, Art Basel, Miami. So just trying to lock in some last minute things, but nah, man, it's great. It's great.
So let's talk about your latest project, Kingdom of Justice. When did you start working on this project?
So me and Dawit kind of, you know, he's produced on past projects of mine. It's a good brother of mine. Originally from Queens, he grew up back and forth, Cali, Texas. Um, he's got his own sound going. He's produced for me for a while. Good brethren of mine, and we just wanted to kind of lock in and do a full length project together. So I'd say, you know, 6, 7, 8 months. I think after Alchemy, we started working on it here and there. You know, I always bounce between projects. 6, 7, 8 months, we kind of put it all together where we were like, all right, we like this body of work. We like where it's going. And, you know, we're just excited to kind of drop it as the second. I dropped a couple singles after Most High, and then this is like the next project.
Dope, dope.
So when you guys decided to put this project together, what
Yeah.
were some of the conversations you guys had as far as the direction you wanted the album to go in?
You know, with me, it's just about, you know, energy is always gonna direct that, right? Like, you know, I'll listen to some production and kind of it'll take me where it's gonna go. But with this body of work, I feel like it's just like a more militant, more of a militant sound, more of a uprising of the people is kind of how I equate this project. It's you know, it's the people storming, you know, the down press marching up. That's kind of like my vision sonically where it is and kind of where we took the project. So I think that resonates well. And it's a more militant project, I'd say.
Got you. Were you guys able to work together, like as far as in studio?
We've worked together in the past. This project, nah, he sent me tracks, and you know, I'd be recording in between projects or while I'm on the road and stuff like that. So for the second one, we're already cooking up the second one because he loves this one and he's getting a good response from it. So I'm gonna
Okay.
go see him in Denver, shoot some visuals. We'll probably lock in and that's how I work best, man. You know, I'd rather lock in the physical and create, you know, music with the person there because you can't compare it, you know.
Right. Well, even though you guys weren't in the studio, I mean, listening to the album, it sounded pretty well put together. You know, like you couldn't really tell. So you guys did a great job with that. Goes. I just want to say one of my favorites so far is track number 3, Cold Blood.
Oh,
That's one of my favorites. I mean, of course, it has like the doom in there and everything.
yeah.
So
When I heard it, I was
I'm
like,
a little biased, but
yeah,
it's overall it's a dope project. Though I like that. I mean, a dope track. And one other one I want to mention before I forget, I and I the Most High.
yeah, I love that one. That's one of the earlier ones. So I think track 2, Heroin. That's the one. That's the first one we did. I think that was
Okay.
the first joint he sent me, and I heard the beat, and I was like, oh, you know, laid it down and kind of conceptualized the cuts for the hook and stuff like that. But that's kind of where it started, you know, and then it morphed into something else. Yeah, I and I Most High. That's one of my favorite ones too, man.
Who can you talk about that as far as the features on that track?
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, I don't want to sample snitch, but that's one of my favorite joints.
Yeah.
I've used it before. So when I heard it, I was like, oh, this is that, and you know, it automatically it's spawned in my heart. So, that one I had I laid the verse down. I kind of saw where it was going. what I saw for the track, added some cuts to it and stuff like that. And I hit up my brother Che Uno out of Toronto. That's one half of Los Chicos Criollos, the group we got, Spanglish joint. He was on it. And then I hit up my brethren Lyrical from back home, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, to kind of bring in a hook and bring a little more Caribbean bounce to it. So, yeah, it's one of my favorites on there for sure.
Before I pass this sincere, just out of curiosity, as far as formulating this whole project, how did you guys come up with, like you just said, for this track, you reached out to certain artists to jump on it. Did you have like the track and then you kind of worked around the music, or how did the concept come about? How did you orchestrate the whole project?
He sent me, I think every week he'd send me like a batch, like 5-6 beats.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I with me, it's like, I might be I work with so many producers and I literally got an arson of production. It's just, I'll bounce around. Like, one night I'm working on a track for Malbec 2, or I'm doing something for Alchemy 2, or I'm working on some LCC stuff or doing a feature. And I'll be like, all right, let me touch this project, and I'll jump on that one. And it was just a matter of listening to the joints, getting inspired, feeling that, letting energy just transfer through me. Cause that's how I like to do it these days. I don't like to force it. If it feels right, it's going to come out. And usually I lay tracks down 10, 15 minutes and, an idea is there, a verse is there, some kind of direction for me. And then from there, I'll kind of like, in my head already imagine where it's going to be on the project, sonically, what's going to follow it, who would sound good on it, if it'll make the cut, it just kind of how my mind works, kind of Tetris pieces it together,
Right. Okay, dope.
Let's jump into this project a little bit. I'm gonna name some of my favorite joints because you got 13 tracks on here, and we don't, probably want to go through all 13, but I'll highlight a few of mine, pass it back and forth between me and E. He can ask you about some of his favorite tracks. But for me, talk a little bit about Snake Charmers.
Oh man, that one, yeah, I love that joint. So that one, Dawit recorded. He had the track, and I think he was in the lab with Timbo King. Shout out to Timbo King, Royal Fam. And they were working on a different project, and that we were kind of in the middle of doing Kingdom of Justice. And he was like, "Yo, this one's for Kingdom." Boom, played the track. He got Timbo get on it. Timbo kind of gave it the direction, and then once I heard it, I was like, done. I laid my verse down, I hit up Ross, I hit up Traj, and my only concern with that, I should have took the hook out in the middle and just left it at the end. Ended up being a little too long, for me, because no one wants to hear 4 minute 30 anymore. But substance all the way through, I love that track. Lyric videos out for that now. Y'all can check it out. Snake Charmers, really dope joint. I love that one. It's my second time actually doing a joint with Timbo and Traj on the same joint, so it's got that Black Market Militia vibe to it.
Right.
Oh, you got number 10, track number 10, 305 in Las Montañas. That's another one of my favorites. To me, that sounds almost like kind of like an anthem for you guys. Well, I mean, not just for you guys, but when I was listening to it, all I could think of was Low Lives and the whole Miami vibe.
That was an audible, bro. I literally did that joint
really?
As the album was done, mastered, ready to get turned in. My engineer, it was done. The project was done. And I had my brother C Traffic come through. He was driving through from where he lives. And he was at the crib a couple of days, and I couldn't let him leave without us working on some. We were watching a movie. I think we were watching American Werewolf in London.
Okay.
And
that was my joint. That was my joint back in the day.
And I was just going through some Dawit joints that I got left over from the album. And I was like, yo, how about this? I was playing the joint, and then the hook just came to my head.
Nice. That's crazy. But sometimes that's how that happens, though, right? The ones that you kind of last minute or something be the dopest ones. I mean, like I said, one of my favorites.
Yeah, came up with the hook there. Me and C Traffic literally sat there and just kind of freestyled the verse together, and then recorded it. And we knew we had to get the homie Money Mowgli on there. Shout out to the Wolfpack. It's another dope Miami MC. And dope. Yeah, last one was audible.
Nice.
I had to slap it on there.
Nice. My next one is actually it's the outro. Talk to me a little bit about the outro. How did you come up with the whole concept for that outro? Like, it was very interesting. The gentleman that's talking,
Yeah, I've been sitting on that for like 4 or 5 years. Like I had a whole
Really?
project kind of like that with
Yeah.
those same samples. And it's like, it's a spoken, if you listen to it, it's like some spoken word stuff I'm doing on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I have a whole bunch of probably a lost file of a project I got to do some spoken word stuff on. I think, if you know where that's from, I think it culminates what I wanted to say for the project to the umpteenth power. So I was like, oh, boom, and then I just, added the little spoken word thing at the end and just let it, I just played some simple keys on that, just some synths,
Hmm.
let the words talk.
I like the reason why that's that. I've always liked those type of things. Like KRS used to do that, right? Back
Yeah,
in the days, he would have his whole album, and then he would throw in like whether it was a skit or an outro, where he was kind of doing something similar, like a spoken
yeah,
word. I've
yeah,
always enjoyed those, which is why that one stood out. But another thing is that when I was listening to it, I don't know why, but for some reason I kept thinking of Che Guevara. I don't know, there's something about the vibe of the way that was going, and I was just thinking of him, of that kind of revolutionary type of.
yeah. I mean, if you listen to this all Spanish joint, Libertad o Muerte,
Mhm.
that's a deep speech I cut from him on that joint. I mean,
Oh, word. Okay.
say that hasn't influenced my upbringing in music, I'd be lying. And
Right.
from Miami, we could have a whole conversation on that because the communist word gets thrown around and
Hmm.
the false narrative, but ultimately, yeah, rising up, the people rising up, against the powers. That's what he stood for. But yeah, definitely. I mean,
Gotcha.
it kind of had that vibe for sure.
Can you talk a little bit about the concept behind Red Blue Pill?
Oh man, yeah, that's one of my favorite joints, and it was kind of like I pieced that together, just not even thinking it. The last thing we did was add the Ruin cut. Shout out to my brother Ruin. Kind of tied that in. That was one of the earlier joints we were working on too. Like I was just listening to beats, laying down ideas, and yeah, I laid the verse down. It just kind of came together. It wasn't too much thought, other than it was just organic, and it just sounded right. You know. The hook, I think I say that in one of my other verses, that little thing. So I was like, I've always wanted to use this as a hook, and then I like doing that with the cuts, adding to the hook. You kind of like bringing in that element. Yeah, it's just a fun joint to make. Just put it together and it sounded right. Yeah, this whole project honestly was pretty much like that. I wouldn't like to call it a filler album, like that I was doing in between projects. It started off that way, and then when I was like, "Yo, this is kind of going somewhere," I didn't think it would go, and I even told Dawit, I was like, "Yo, this kind of I like this chamber, this lane we're going in. It kind of brings me back to how I used to rap back in the day, coming up, and like more on that, like
Hmm.
vibe." So
Right.
like, oh, this is kind of fun. And even I told him once I heard the final master and everything, I was like, "Yo, this is a dope body of work." I actually, because after I do an album, I don't want to hear it again, and but I'm proud of it. It's a dope project.
Nice.
So, one more, Libertad o Muerto. Muerte.
Damn sincere.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We gotta take the brother out.
That's
Yeah,
my
too.
fault, man. I got to give him a couple of lessons. Here
Yeah,
we go,
Yeah,
man. My fault.
no, you're good.
Pronounce that for me.
Muerte. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to a little bit about that track.
That was one of the later ones. Going back to the talk we were just having of it, that was one of the last ones we did. I wanted to do. I noticed I didn't have anything in Spanish for the project, and early on, before I went like full with this Spanglish shit, I'd cut it up, Spanish joint, mix in some Spanish. So I was just like, let me just do an all Spanish joint. One of the last batches, Dawit sent me. I heard the beat, and it was all right. Boom. Once I heard the beat, I went to and I found a clip of Che Guevara speaking after some assassination stuff, and it just what I said is it's in all Spanish, very militant, chant
Very
type of
dope.
vibe.
What kind of reaction have you gotten off this project so far? What's the feedback been?
It's good. I think people are vibing it. I think it's kind of early. We dropped 2 lyric videos. It's doing good overseas. I see Eastern Europe's messing with it. South America's starting to show love. For more, I think it's a darker sounding album, much harder all the way through. So Yeah, I think people are fucking with it.
So I want to ask you on track 11, ain't falling for it. Who are the kids on it?
That was just a joint. I was honestly playing. I love that beat. Once I heard that beat, I was like, yo, this shit is so dope. I just want to, just want to record some. I was feeling honestly, the verse was a freestyle. I just freestyled and put that together. And I had my niece. I was watching my niece in the studio.
Okay.
And she's always wanting to rap and get on the mic. And I had my son. We were just messing around. I was like,
Nice.
yo, let's record this. It's
Nice.
kind of foolish type of thing, but if you listen to it, it's dope.
It was dope. It's cool. It's cool. I want to know. And Una Mercedes, who's that?
That's my niece.
That's your niece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Nice.
Enoch
Nice.
Soul is my son. Yeah.
Enoch Soul is your son?
Yeah. His name's Enoch. Middle name Soul.
Yeah. Okay. Yo, that's bugged out because I
And
wanted
the
to ask.
label's Walking with Enoch.
Right. Okay. That makes sense now. Dope. Now that's a dope track though, man. It's like a nice little fun.
It gives it like a more of a funnish thing, but it's still
Yeah.
hard.
Kind of, sort of related to the album and everything. Are you in tune, or have you tapped into the like as far as in Argentina, like the hip hop that's going on out there? Like any artists that you've tapped in with?
Yeah, 100%, bro. I mean, after dropping the Los Chicos Criollos album, the LCC project with me and Che Uno, that project's, South America and Europe has shown a lot of love. We got part 2 done. It's in the bag. I can't wait. I'm so hyped for this one. Yeah, when I went out there, I went there when I was, after I left, bro, I was a baby. So I went back, maybe I was like 8. I'd bring my PE tapes and my little Cool J tapes and, what I'm saying, Smith & Wesson, and just bring it out there, have my cousins hear it and shit like that. There was a underground hardcore hip hop following. Like there's a dope battle rap thing that's coming out of there. Some dope spitters. When I went back, like 2-3 years ago, it blew my mind. Like the trap, they're like running a lot of shit with the trap. So to go out there and be like, wow, like trap's here, and there's all these artists that are big. I've tapped in with a couple of the young cats out there that are on like some boom bap, real rap stuff. I got them on the next project. There's some dope MCs there.
But now, are they these artists that you're speaking about though? Are they mostly rhyming in Spanish though?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Can you name a couple just to put them out there on the radar?
Yeah, for sure. The Golden Boys out of Rosario. It's a group of 4 or 5 cats. They're dope. They're gonna be on the LCC2 Dios Sucio album with me and Che Uno. We got this cat Mir Nicolas on the come up. Got a big following. Dope. Does rap stuff, even though there's some more poppy stuff. But just there's some really dope young cats out there that are making waves. I'll be there in a month and a half. And I got a gig out there to do some promo for the next album and promote the first one. Because we got some tours coming up in South America next year, so I'm excited to ride that wave.
Nice. I hope
I'm going full that lane, bro, because that's what's being embraced, like real.
Yeah. Because that's why I was asking. Because I was curious, because I've been sort of keeping up and trying to stay in tune with a lot of the, Latin hip hop artists. Yeah, and like, man, I didn't even realize like coming out of DR and Cuba and all. There's some crazy hip hop artists coming out of there. So I just want to know if you were in tune with that. Now, when you go to do these shows and everything that you're talking about, I hope you're gonna like try to document.
Oh, of course. I did something in Colombia like earlier this year. I got a project coming out with Equation Beats that we did out there, and we documented a whole bunch of, we did a project, did some vintage, some polo, some vintage hip hop stuff. So that was really dope. But this, I'm looking forward to it. Most definitely.
Dope.
Even PR, Cuba, man, there's a bunch of dope artists. Even on the first album, on the Los Chicos Criollos album, there's a whole bunch of dope spitters from South America, Europe, Caribbean on there that are dope.
Nice.
Did you guys press up physical copies for this project?
For which one? For Kingdom of Justice?
Yes.
No, we haven't done anything. I'm getting ready to drop a nice chunk of the catalog on vinyl soon because people keep asking me for that, and I know I need to. So I got tapes right now. There's some CDs left. some merch, but physicals I just got LCC tapes right now and some vinyl coming soon.
So which platforms can we find the newest project on?
All of them, brother. Wherever you want to cop it on Bandcamp, you want to stream it wherever, it's there.
All right. Talk to us a little bit about the merch game. I know you laced us pretty lovely the last time. Talk to the viewers a little bit about what you got going on merchandise wise.
Oh yeah, man. I'm always cooking up. We always got some kind of merch on deck. What do we got left? The LCC2 tapes, the LCC Los Chicos Criollos rap tapes just came out, limited edition, Merca White edition. Those are on the Bandcamp right now. There's some vinyl coming for probably the last 3 or 4 projects, a couple select ones. But other than that, I got hats, I got some hoodies left, probably some pins. I just got to get back to putting it all online. The website's getting redone now, so a new website will be up here in the next month.
Talk to us a little bit about avenues outside of music. What kind of business endeavors are you looking to tap into, or that you're already working in right now?
Totally. Well, the cannabis stuff, that's my day gig. That's constantly that, and the vintage game. The cannabis game allows me to move around a lot to, while I'm doing business internationally. And then I'm tapping in with all types of, to me, it's like the hip hop game. I love it. I do the two things I love the most: music and weed. So it's like that's my profession.
But was it you that I seen maybe alongside of Mike Tyson? Was that out in Vegas? Can you talk a little bit about some of your encounters with celebrities and
oh man, you name it. Mike's cool as fuck. I got a chance to kick it with Mike twice. You name it, bro. I mean,
yo, did you see the video of Mike Tyson with that rifle, whatever the hell that shit was? And it was like smoke coming out. Yo, he got like
the gun? Yeah.
It looked like a machine gun.
Yeah, the smoke gun.
Yo, Tyson's crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, no, but we in cannabis industry, we innovate, got brands, we do brand development, international sales, and we sell, we create brands and do you name it, So that's dope. And then the vintage thing, that's another thing. Like Sincere, I'm collecting forever and having a hard time selling, but I still, I just don't have the time, bro. I got 2 garages full of vintage clothes stuff. Once in a while, I'll do a pop up. I'll wholesale to some shops. I do that a lot. Private buyers. For those like unique rap tees and stuff like that. But I got to get my poster game up like you. I just don't have any more room, bro.
Oh, I feel you.
Like if you see, I got these Poison Clan ones back there. I don't even know where to put them up because
dope.
They're just sitting, bro.
Oh, I feel you.
When you have the website, do you have like a spot on the website? Like let's say if people are interested in some of your vintage stuff that they can purchase from or hit you up.
Yeah. I mean, it's curatedvintage.com. The website's getting rebuilt. Curated with a K. I was doing like once a month pop-ups of just like curated stuff, anything from Tommy to Polo to Fila to rap tees to starter gear, you name it. Just depends. A nice little batch of everything. So
can you tell us, do you have like maybe 1 or 2 items that like 1 or 2 items that are like considered your most precious joints that you would not give up?
See, that's a show right there.
I think I Destroyed does that, but
yeah. No, but something shout out to Destroy. That's the homie. Yeah, not like the Gems, but something similar. Dog, I don't know. Just depends what category.
Anything that comes to mind first, like something that you like, man, I would never give this up. This is too precious to me.
Oh, there's a few of those, bro. Probably all my 2 Live Crew tour jackets.
Damn, 2 Live Crew tour jackets.
My Taxi Driver original poster, my movie posters, all my old hip hop posters, and all my rap tees probably. And R&B soul tees and reggae tees. Those are like got a special section. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Anything in particular that you've seen out there that you're kind of like on the hunt for?
That's as a digger, whether it's records, it's tapes, it's merch. I'm always on the hunt. It's just the everlasting. You're always on the.
No, but I meant like, is there something that you've seen that you haven't been able to get that particular thing yet, or that you know about that's out there that you're
It
like,
just
man, I got.
depends what like. Sometimes I'm looking for a shirt. Sometimes I'm looking for a specific record. Sometimes it just depends. Right now, shit. Couple of super rare just football soccer jerseys. Like that's the mood I'm in now. It's like I might
Soccer
shoot from
jerseys, okay.
fucking vinyl to
Yeah.
movies to fucking rap hats, movie hats, soccer jerseys, and I'll go to R&B t-shirts.
You into the comics as well, or not so much?
I used to be as a kid, bro. I never Daredevil was my shit. Marvel for sure. Yeah, I collected comics as a kid, but then I think I lost my collection. I might have a stack floating around there, but yeah, I love comics. But I just never got into like collecting them really.
Okay.
So, what's up next for Kingdom Come?
Oh man, just breathing life, moving, happy to be here, happy to be creating, happy to do what I love. What's next is got a bunch of videos ready to drop in between projects, a couple special things off the last 2-3 projects, 4 or 5 albums ready to go. I think up next, like if I drop another project this year or early next year, it's gonna be Malbec 2 with Ruin. We're cooking that up. And Dios Sucio, the Los Chicos Criollos LCC 2 album, the Spanglish joint, the Dios Sucio for Maradona. Yeah, those 2 and Alchemy 2 probably be the next 3, even though I got a bunch in the clip.
You definitely always welcome to come back, and we definitely want to hear about those once you load those up, and we can knock them all out. You talked a little bit about Art Basel. Can you talk about what you are doing out there in December?
Yeah, so we used to do at Grandma's house, we used to do the Low Life pop-up, and it used to Miami Art Week, all types of great events going down. There's a couple dope concerts. There's a lot of dope artists coming down. We're kind of finalizing stuff, even though we're in the last stretch, because around that time, the price gouging for renting out spots gets crazy. And Art Basel, it used to be, 7-8 years ago, it was amazing, But now Miami's changed a bit, man. It's real odd, but it's still dope. It should be a good year. Last 2 years have been a little slow, but just a lot of art, a lot of music. And if you're in Miami or in around, come check me out. We'll have a bunch of parties going down there. If we're not doing them, we'll be part of them. So we're involved.
Yeah, do you by any chance, because you're in Miami, right, a lot, do you know Queen by the name of Debbie Deb?
Yeah, that's my sister right there, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Deb. She's another Argentinian Zulu Nation family.
Right. Yeah. I was just curious because she's always in the scene out there, you know what I mean, with all the hip hop and everything. She's all right, because I know she DJs as well.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And something else I want to ask you: did you ever get a chance to work with Hurricane G at all?
Did I ever what?
Get a chance to work with Hurricane G?
Nah, man. I mean, I got a chance to build with her a bunch of times, but I never did a joint. That's one thing I'm like, shout out to Gloria, man.
Yeah. Rest in peace. And also, what's up with maybe like a Spanglish album between you and Thurston Howe?
Oh, if you hear the joint I just got that I just sent them,
you guys should do like a whole project.
Las Gatitas. Oh man.
Yeah.
Wait. Thurston Howe, me, Che Uno.
Ooh.
And we're waiting on some vocals from somebody.
Okay.
It's some Miami Art Basel salsa vibes for real.
Nice. Please let us know when that comes out, man.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, before, can you just give a quick shout out to some of the producers that that we might have not mentioned that was on this project, and anybody else that was a part of it? Just kind of give them a shout out.
Of course, shout out to my brother DJ Ruin. Ruin always does all my cuts. That's my DJ, my producer, my partner. I love that brother. Ruin. Shout out to Onaje. I got something with my brother Voltage Controller out of LA. We got some amazing work coming. Producers, who else? Man, Dot One. Check out Dot One, DJ Dot One. We got a project coming. That's a dope producer out of Miami. We got the 16th minute out right now. Y'all should check that joint out. It's a real dope joint.
Oh.
But yeah, man, shout out to everybody I work with. Shout out to everybody showing love. And, you know, love is love. Vibes never lie.
Also, let everybody know where they can find you at, where they can keep up with Kingdom Come.
Yes, sir. Kingdom Come Music is the website. Kingdom with a K. KingdomComeMusic.com. Site's up now. You can get active, tap in everywhere there. New sites coming this month. Instagram, Twitter, Kingdom Come with a K. Yeah, man, tap in. Bandcamp, all the projects are there. YouTube, all the videos are there. Or just go through the website.
Nice. Well, listen, man, Kingdom, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us on Changing of the Hip Hop Guards. You're always well appreciated. You know that this is your home.
Brother.
And like Sincere said before, let us know whenever you got something else coming out. Hit us up direct, man, and we can chop it up again. Definitely let us know about that Thurston joint. That sounds really dope.
I got you. That's top of the year. Probably for Copa America when the next
okay
comes, like June, July, summertime. That project will be out.
Nice. And shout out to Jerry, right?
Jerry Graham.
Through.
Jam, always coming through.
Yes, sir. Thanks, man. Listen,
of course, brother.
You guys take care, man. You and your family. Everybody stay healthy.
Stay up. Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Interesting times. Appreciate y'all, brothers. Stay up and let's connect.
Right.
Peace.
No doubt.